What's up, guys? Today we're gonna install Windows subsystem for Linux to get started as a backend developer. This is gonna be a kind of a backend developer course going from 0 to 100. I'm gonna share some knowledge with you, and hopefully you can make it on your own to get a job and buy an apartment or do whatever you want to do with your money. So I'm gonna Google install WSL2 Windows 11. To install Windows 11, run and restart the computer. We're gonna start a PowerShell. Get the prompt. Let's see. Search for the command prompt. Type the following: WSL install. Installing subsystem for Linux. Okay. WSL list online. So I have a couple of distributions, and then I can install the one that I want using install d. Let's go with Ubuntu. Installing Ubuntu, pretty good. So if you want to get started as a backend developer, you're going to need some form of Linux. It doesn't matter what you do. If you don't know Linux, you should probably get started on learning that. I'm going to make a Linux course, so subscribe and like and comment to get that content in the future. For now, we're going to just install the subsystem and get it running, and make an alias to make sure that we know what we're doing. Let's just wait for the progress bar to finish here. Might have to do some editing to not show this. When it's finished, it launched a terminal. Let's see, we get a prompt here. An error occurred. Alias is to show the content, pwd is to show our path. I think it mounts our distributions here. I have all my development stuff on F, development 2, and there are my projects that we can get started in. So this was a quick way to install WSL2 on Windows 11. Hope you enjoyed it. There are commands you can type. ls is to show all folders, and you can add switches to these commands. -al is list all, and do it as a list instead. So the difference is in the formatting. This is kind of as a bunch, this is as a list. There's a file, there are a couple of shorthands. So this squiggly line is a reference to our home folder. If we ls that folder, there is nothing in it. There should be a couple of invisible things. Yep, so if there's a dot before the folder, it means it's hidden. There are a couple of config files and SSH files that get stored here. What I want to do, just to show you, is to make an alias. So an alias is a reference to another command. If we want to change the name of alias, for example, to what can it be? Showfolders. Then we type it like this: alias showfolder equals ls, and then we can use showfolder as a command, and it does ls instead. Although what happens is, if you start a new prompt for bash, let's see, zoom in a little bit. This one won't have showfolder, it says command not found because the alias is only made for this local prompt. So what we can do is edit a file in our home folder called bashrc that has kind of a settings, and it loads. When it runs this new prompt, it loads this file, so everything we type here will get ran. So if we type alias showfolders equals ls, save it. I'm gonna make a vim guide or a quick, maybe let's see, intro to vim is it has 2 layers. Escape toggles back to the text layer. When you're on the text layer, you can type I to insert, and then to go from that you go escape, and it has the custom keybinds and shortcuts for everything. So you can jump forward and backwards, jump to the beginning, to the end, next word. You can delete just the word, insert, and then some people get stuck in this mode because they don't know how to get out, but write quit saves the file and quits. So now if we skip this one and get a new prompt, we can use ls, oops, wrong folder, cd is to change directory. Now we can do show folders, and if we type alias show folders, it shows our alias. So that's some basics for WSL.